So when people cheat, they delete texts and then they delete anything and everything that could possibly implicate them or, get them
In trouble.
busted.
Yeah.
Right. Now, you were telling me one time your husband was cheating on you for quite some time.
Yes. Several
Okay.
years.
So did you ever have the opportunity to track his GPS location or take a look at his phone or anything else like that?
Unfortunately, no. Back then, we didn't have
Yeah.
anything of what we have today.
Yeah. So what year was this all happening with you?
I found out in 2005.
Yeah, see, 2005, this stuff was just coming into play.
Right.
And, I remember I've been in this business, as I said, 20 years. And for those of you who don't know, we're married. This is my wife, Monica, and she's kind of like my sidekick. Say hello, baby.
Hello, everybody.
No, so supposed to say hello, baby.
Hello, baby.
There you go. Okay, so anyway, my name is Patrick. Her name is Monica. We talk about everything having to do with relationships because we are here to help you not only have a better relationship, but also try to detect cheating and try to find out the truth because both of us have been in situations in our lives where we just, you're getting lied to. You want to
Right.
find out the truth. And you know what? If you're going through something similar to this, and I'm looking right now at my camera because, I wanted to talk to everybody who's watching. If you're going through something like this, don't feel bad. Most people do. If you get into the dating game, the marriage game, whatever it is, there's a good chance you're going to experience infidelity. You're going to experience discord. You're going to experience a lot of things that are going to be a challenge to you. But none is more challenging than cheating. That just rips your soul from your body, from your being. And, the number one thing people want is to be able to find the truth.
Right.
And that's what we're here for. So
Yes. Baby, and you missed to say that don't blame yourself. It's
that's
not
right.
your
Don't blame
fault.
yourself. That's another thing too.
Yes.
Remember this, everybody. It is never, ever your fault, ever. People are going to say, your husband or wife may say to you, well, you made me do it because you didn't pay attention to me and you didn't do this. That is a bunch of bullshit. Don't listen to that. That is a lie. That is them gaslighting and manipulating you, trying to get you to feel guilty for something that they did.
Right.
Don't ever allow that to happen.
Right.
When someone tells you, yeah, I cheated because you didn't pay enough attention to me. You were no good in the bedroom. You started ignoring me. You didn't take out the garbage. You didn't do this. Fuck you.
Yeah. Lack of
Fuck you.
character. I
I'm a
call it.
human. I'm a human. I have a mouth and I have ears. Did you try talking to me about this shit? Yes, you did. Maybe you didn't. Whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. There's no excuse for cheating.
Correct.
If you're unhappy, fucking leave.
Yes.
Don't cheat. Because you know what? When you cheat, you're getting your rocks off. You're having a great time and everything. But in the meantime, you're hurting everyone around you.
Yes.
Everyone.
Yes.
And you're the one who doesn't get hurt at all. But think about what it does to other people. That including your spouse, your kids, your family, even to your personal life. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Men can have a good life
Right.
by themselves if they're, they have direction, discipline. When you have a good woman behind you, you could have a great life. And that's just the way it is. And I know guys are going to say, oh, fuck that, bullshit. There is nothing more successful. No man, when his home life is stable, when he's happy with his personal life, he can excel
Yeah.
at business. And there's just no doubt about that. So I don't want to get like too much of a rant here, but the bottom line is what we're here to do, folks, is help you figure things out. Help you identify the signs of cheating based on our experience and experience that people have shared with us on this show. And also, number one, how to find out the truth. And so this way you can make up your own mind. So let's get back to it. Your husband was cheating on you, your first husband. You were married for how long?
Almost 20 years.
20 years. And then you discovered that your husband was cheating on you for how long?
About 4 or 5 years.
Four
of those
or 5
20.
years. And did you ever have a chance to locate his cell phone, take a look at it, or even to track his GPS location to find out if he was lying about where he was?
No, we didn't have anything like that before. The only chance you had before was just grab the phone bill
Yeah.
that had 1,000 phone calls in it
Yeah.
and just go one by one to see which one repeated itself.
Yeah. And what year was this?
2005 is when I found
Yeah,
out.
2005. First of all, cell phones were just like coming onto the market then. They were exploding back then. And there were spy programs out back then, but nothing compared to what's out now.
Right.
Nothing at all. So if you were able to go back to when that was happening, which was 20 years ago, and you were able to use something like Instant ID, that we talk about on this show,
Right.
you'd be able to find out exactly where he was. You'd be able to get into his GPS history on his phone and find out where that phone has been for the past few days, few weeks, few months.
Yes.
And that's something that's available now that wasn't available.
At all. If
In
I had that,
2006.
if I had that then, he wouldn't
Yeah.
have cheated on me for so many
Yeah,
years.
because
At the first glimpse of doubt that I had,
yeah,
I would have been able to do something about
Of course.
it. But I wasn't able to.
yeah.
Besides what I said, the phone bill or just follow him or hire a PI.
Private investigators cost a lot of money.
Yes.
And I tell people this all the time, but you can hire a private investigator to follow them around and do whatever. And they may be living, the clean life for a week or two, maybe because they just don't have anything planned.
Right.
That's why the GPS history and the history that's in that cell phone is so much more valuable.
Everything is there.
Everything is there. All you need to do is connect to that phone using Instant ID or ProSpy, and you'll be able to get just about any piece of information or pieces of information that will allow you to find out the truth, to find out what's been going on.
So what's the difference in between the two?
ProSpy, you get these things, they're called OTA spy apps. You get these things at prospy.app, and what they do, they make a remote connection to the phone. You don't need to have it, be anywhere near it. Works artificial intelligence over the internet. And what it does is it connects to that phone and it can access all the deleted information. And this is also kind of crazy too, because people will delete text messages, they'll delete photos, they'll delete videos, they'll delete everything they get their fucking hands on. But what they cannot delete is the GPS history, because that's stored in places where people, number one, they don't know where it's stored.
Okay.
And number two, there are so many apps on your phone storing your GPS location. So even if they've deleted those text messages and those call logs and those photos and those videos, prospy.app, those OTA apps can get that information.
Everything.
Everything. Well, I can't say everything, because when you delete something from a cell phone, it stays there until another piece of data is written directly on top of it. So
Okay.
it's safe to say that deleted information remains in the cell phone for at least weeks, maybe months.
We all have these devices that have a lot of memory, so I
yeah.
can imagine that they get stored first in empty spaces.
That's right.
Right? And
That's
then, okay,
Yeah, because the cell phone or an electronic device will always go for the empty space first.
right.
Once every little empty space is filled up, then it will start to overwrite existing data. And that's logical, of course. But by the time it overwrites a text message that you might be looking for, months, years could go by without that being overwritten, so it's still available
Okay.
to you.
Okay.
That's what ProSpy can do. And it can get you the WhatsApp messages, they're deleted, get you, iMessages, Telegram, Snapchat, all of those things. Doesn't matter if it's been deleted.
Pictures?
Pictures, videos. It doesn't matter if it's been deleted. If it's on the phone, you run that utility to gain all those deleted data.
All the information, yeah.
Anything that's available is extracted and then sent to you. So now you can view it on your phone the same way it appeared on theirs.
Oh, so that's important because there is no limit in time for me to see it in 5 minutes while he's away.
No, that's the great thing about it. These apps will get that data, though. First of all, what they do is they just access the databases for each individual platform, pull out whatever was deleted, and then send it to you. People think that when it's deleted, it's gone for good, but it's not.
Okay.
All you're doing is telling the operating system to no longer display that piece of data. And as soon as that data comes into the phone or is sent from the phone, it's saved to a temporary database. And the ProSpy apps, all they do is grab it while it's in the temporary database, whether it's for 1 second or 30 seconds. They grab it, it's there, and then they send it to you.
In a form of a report, I suppose.
Yeah, you'll be able to see it. You'll have the date, the time, and everything. You just click on the image or the text message, and you can see everything.
So you don't have time limit to be able to download it and see it.
That's another great thing about it, because let's just say, for instance, in your situation where you had your husband, and maybe he just said, you said, can I take a look at your cell phone? And he handed it over.
No, that never happened, by the way. But
Well,
okay.
if it did, more than likely he'd be hovering over your shoulder, watching everything you did.
Yep.
And it's almost impossible for a person to just go through that like nice, calmly. No, but with the apps at ProSpy, you could just sit there on your phone in the bathroom.
Like you're reading a book.
That's it. And take your time, look at everything.
Perfect.
And then the other way people now get caught and where they find out the truth is the GPS history. Because as I was saying before, GPS history is not and cannot be deleted. Why? Because it's stored by each one of these apps. There's always 10 or 20 apps that are tracking your location and storing it. And it gets stored in Facebook. It gets stored in Amazon, Google Chrome. any one of the apps that's tracking you, and I trust me when I tell you, they're all tracking you. Even though on an iPhone it says ask not to track, that's bullshit. It's still tracking you.
Okay.
Because it's a marketing system in effect, and it wants to sell you merchandise.
Right.
Your GPS location is always there, cannot be deleted. So people now, in a situation like you were in, it's much, much different today. Because now, let's just say, for instance, someone's husband leaves the house. And he says, well, I'm going to go to Home Depot, or I'm going to go to Ted's house for a little while, watch the game. Okay, you don't believe him. You know, you can go to get his GPS history and take a look at where he was yesterday. Did he really go to Ted's house? And that's where you see.
Right.
Because that information that's in that phone will not, it's accurate.
Right. And
You know.
it already happened. So obviously, if
right.
a person knows that you are onto him or her, they
Yeah.
will start to change their behavior,
That's right.
where they go, and so on and so forth. But the past is impossible
That's right.
to change.
It cannot change the history.
When this become available? Because I never heard of you being able to review the past.
You know what? These things like Instant ID and Tracelow and GeoZilla, they've all been around for a while. And because of artificial intelligence, they just all recently obtained the capability of getting live location. So what you can do is you go to like a site like instantid.io.
Right.
You enter that telephone number into the search bar, and it will get you the exact location of that phone to within 10 to 15 feet of its actual location at that moment. You'll be able to see the city, the street, the state, all that other stuff, exactly where it is. So if someone tells you they were at so-and-so yesterday or 2 days before, go to instantid.io, search their phone number, go to the history, and then you'll see it.
That's a life changer because,
Oh.
I mean, a person can lie to you, but the information that you are seeing
it.
with your own eyes, it's there.
Always remember
Believe
this.
it.
Remember this. I'm telling you, and I'm telling all of our listeners. The truth is in their phone. Period. The truth is in their phone. People will lie, but the cell phone will not. That cell phone, because of its nature, because of its tracking you, and it always wants to sell you something. And that's two. Those apps that are tracking you are doing it for a reason. They're doing it just to market you better things and
Right.
things that are more to your liking.
Right.
Did you ever think it was a coincidence that you say something and all of a sudden now you see a video about that on TikTok?
Obviously, no.
That's not a coincidence. That's your phone tracking you, listening to you, paying attention to everything you do.
Behavior.
So this way, it can make more money from you.
Right.
Because that's what it is. It's just an ecosystem by which these companies can make money. And by doing that, they store your GPS location, which helps them better get to better know you. Your likes, your dislikes. Do you go to the gym? Do you go to a diner? Do you go to a burger place?
Right. What
It's
kind of lifestyle you have.
That's right. It's
Yes.
constantly doing all these things. So if it sees on your GPS location that you hit McDonald's 3 times a week, what do you think you're going to get on your phone? You're going to
lot
start
of
a lot of McDonald's bullshit, hamburger bullshit,
Yes.
fast food garbage.
Yes.
And that's what happens. That's why it's always storing and tracking your GPS location. But that GPS history, it's not even like gold. It's like the rarest metal in the world, because as soon as you look at the GPS history, you're gonna find out the truth. That's why it's so fucking valuable.
It is. And I'm so happy that all these applications are actually using GPS because it works on the advantage
Yeah.
of people like me that back then didn't have it. But now today, if I were to be in this situation today, there is no way it's going to be 5 years or 5 months of my significant other, you.
Oh yeah,
That's never gonna
yeah.
happen.
Those days are over.
Cheating, yeah.
As soon as you suspect cheating, yeah, you could hit up
Gotta
one of
do
these
something about it.
spy programs or a GPS history program like Instant ID, and yeah, you get your answers in a day or two. And that's right. Now, instead of having to go months or years suspecting cheating,
Right.
you maybe go like a day or two.
Yeah, you don't have
And
to
you'll have
go
all the
more.
truth.
Don't be like me. I was the last one to find out.
Yeah.
And I remember people were making me comments about certain things of my life. I'm like, how did she know?
Yeah, yeah,
How
yeah.
did he know?
Right.
People that my ex-husband used to work with, and obviously with her as well. And I was like, how all this information came about? Because I've never spoken about this, and everybody knew what was
Everybody
going
knew.
on, but me. But me.
That's unfortunate, but it's probably true in many, many situations.
No, I'm laughing about it, but believe me, it wasn't, a piece of candy.
Yeah.
It was just, hard to live through that, especially because you put trust on that person for so many years. Everything is with that person. You've done, you make a family together, business, whatever the case may be, and out of nowhere, that person doesn't care for you, doesn't care about you, and they just, change your life in a minute.
Did you I forget what I was going to ask you. Did you ever, if Instant ID was around back then, would you have used it?
100%.
Yeah.
Immediately. I will be using it right now. If I just heard about it and I hear you, I'll be looking for it right now on
That's what we seek to accomplish with this show. That's exactly right. People who are in situations like that, and I mention Instant ID and say, wait a second.
Yeah. Like, why not?
Right. Why
and
not?
It's affordable, right? It's
Yeah.
not a PI cost.
Yeah, and people always ask me, well, will the other person know? Because obviously they want to remain anonymous.
Right.
And that's the great thing, too. You could search that number and they're not going to be notified.
Right.
You go to instantid.io and you enter that phone number in the search bar. They're not notified.
Right.
They're not notified. And the system does its work. It's great. You can see everything accumulating on the screen. But didn't you have a friend who you told me, or maybe it was, I don't want to mention any names, but didn't you have somebody who actually used Instant ID and found out that they were being cheated
of
on?
course. Many people.
Well,
Many people.
Tell us a story. Tell us a story of anybody you can think. Just don't mention any names. Tell me.
Okay.
Tell me what they did and how they found out.
Okay. Well, this person actually heard you, and they started to use the system.
First of all,
And
it was a guy or a girl?
It was a girl,
A girl. Okay.
and she was seeing this guy, and the guy told her that because of business he had to travel a lot. So when he was to go to a city, he ended up being somewhere else
Oh,
with
really?
somebody else locally.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. And it was sad because she went and showed up in the hotel where he was at with whomever. He was supposed to be in a business trip once again, but he ended up being in
Really?
a hotel. Yep.
So he went on the business trip. She didn't believe him, or she went someplace. She didn't believe what he was telling her.
Right.
So she went to Instant ID, searched his number, and got his GPS location.
Yes.
Really?
And she saw them in a restaurant, and she figured it was a business meeting.
Oh yeah.
Restaurant, and then after the restaurant, it was a
So
hotel.
they were in the restaurant in the hotel. They were
Yes.
downstairs.
Yes. And then,
Really?
Yeah. And then they went, upstairs and did their thing. And she went and showed up there.
She showed up, kind of
did.
like what you see on TV,
She did. Yes.
where they walk up to the table and
Yeah.
say, "Hi, honey, how are you?"
Yeah.
And the guy looks up and's like,
Yeah.
"Well, what are you doing here?"
And he had nothing to say. Once you see it with your own eyes,
No, that's it.
even
It's
if
done.
even on the phone or with your eyes,
Yeah. It's done.
physically it's done.
That's why Instant ID GPS history is becoming like so
Mm-hmm.
popular. It's fucking crazy. But when you think about it, why would I want to track somebody throughout the day when I don't know where they are, what they're doing, or anything that's happening? I'd rather go for their GPS history.
Of
Say, hey,
course.
wait a second. She told me she was doing this last Sunday.
Yeah.
Let's see if she really is telling the truth. And that's the thing, again, Instant ID. First, you get the GPS current location. You could also do live location streaming, but that GPS history is what people want to see. Once you get into your dashboard, that's what you're going to be able to see. You'll be able to extract all that GPS history.
And it gives you all the information. Like once you see them standing when they're not supposed to be standing at,
That's right.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Because on the other applications, okay, whatever, you have to go through a lot of, the messages or the pictures or whatever to pick yourself your own picture.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
pick
yeah.
yourself your own
Right.
situation, whether he's cheating or not. But the GPS location will tell you immediately.
Yeah, the history.
The history,
Right.
correct. Will tell you immediately what he's up to. Or
That's
what
how
she's up to.
that's how more and more people get nailed
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah.
And I hate to use the word nailed, but it is nailed. You're getting caught. You're
is.
getting bagged. You're getting, whatever. You're getting found out.
Yes, because these people get so good at lying
I know.
that it's crazy. Like, how do they do that? How do they remember all the lies that they have told?
That's just it. You can't.
No, well, the phone doesn't allow you to.
That's the thing. The
to
phone
keep
will
going.
not lie.
No.
People will lie all day, every day to protect themselves so they continue living their double life.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, no, that GPS history in the phone does not lie.
No.
That phone doesn't give a shit where you are, what you're doing, who you're with, who you're banging, who you're kissing. It doesn't make a difference. It does one thing. It does one of many, many things. And one of those things is it stores your GPS location regularly, 24/7, 365.
Right.
And I tell people when they get that download from Instant ID, you're going to have like hundreds, perhaps thousands of entries of GPS. And then they get a little overwhelmed. Well, how am I going to find it? Well, it's simple. It's all organized by
Chronologically.
date. Yeah.
I
So you just go to the date you're looking for, and you could start at the date like early that day, and you could just look through the whole fucking day. Or if you're really focused in on one particular time, you just go to that date rather, and see where it was about at 1 o'clock. Click on one or two things. I guarantee you're going to have your answers just like that.